All right, folks, welcome back to another amazing episode of Take a Warrior Fishing. This is uh podcast number 9.
Ooh.
With us we have our president and founder of Take a Warrior Fishing, Mr. Dwayne Yuri. And again with us is our awesome director of our community and public relations, and it is Kayleigh.
Hi, friends.
How are we do how are we doing today, everybody?
So good.
Yeah, the weather finally decided to take a little break for us, and it cooled down a little bit. So we've been taking advantage of the weather, got on the lake today and just
Okay.
enjoyed it, fall like weather, and then the sun came out. I was like, yep, that just ruined it.
Not me. I'm holding on to summer for as long as I can.
Yeah, you're one of those summer people.
I am.
I guess when you've been deployed around the world and you've been in like 130 plus degree heat with like 100 plus, humidity, you just don't enjoy the summers anymore.
Yeah.
So, but Dwayne, how are you doing today, sir?
I don't know if I could get my internet to do good. I'll be better. I'm good though. Hey,
Someday.
good to see you, Philip. Oh, I'm tired, but I'm good. How are y'all doing?
Good, good. Another day, doing what we do all the time. The train doesn't stop here. I tell you that right now.
Yeah. So
It's-
Kenneth, tonight, NC State going down.
Ooh.
we'll see. I'll be there in person tomorrow at the game with my son.
So actually, Kenneth, it's tonight because we're releasing this tomorrow. So it's actually tonight.
That's
So
right.
we'll be
So
there
the day
tonight.
See what
after,
he
I
did.
got you. There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
Coast
Yeah.
Guard analytics. Got
Remember
it.
when I said remember when I corrected said I am professional? There's an example.
Oh my
I'm so
God. Here we
proud.
go.
I'm so proud
Oh
of how
my
this is
God.
going.
So, anyways, let's just get right to it. So we're gonna do a quick roll up of the Warrior Week of Giving that
Oh
we
yeah.
did. That was from August 11th through the 17th. And I tell you, we got a lot of positive feedback on that from our Warriors. And we couldn't fit everything into our little weekly videos that we put out every day, but it was just enough to kind of like get the point across and the message that our Warriors needed to say. Their testimonies on, why they joined Take a Warrior Fishing, what they got out of it. I mean, what did you guys think about it?
I loved it. I thought every day we heard something new, even though we were kind of all saying the same thing. It was really nice to hear from everybody in all different walks of life and civilians and militaries and background and everybody from all branches, even the coasties. It was wonderful to hear kind of from everybody and their own personal perspective all week long. I love it. I hope we do it again soon.
Well, we're doing it every year. It won't be soon for another 11 months, and we'll do it again. I think it was awesome too. Good idea, Kenneth. It worked well. I mean, it was about raising money, but also hearing how takeaway fishing touches folks, and that's probably more important than the money itself. So that was pretty cool. Good idea to do that.
Absolutely. And then another idea that popped up in my, I think, ADHD brain. And I text Dwayne late at night, hey man, I got an idea. Is bringing a dry board big enough for all of our warriors at our events to write down something about take warrior fishing. And then we can capture that by taking a photo of it and then using it for our own, ways of pushing out our message, erasing it, and then using that same board for another event. So
Yeah. Or
that's
if we
all.
do like
Kind
a
of like
cork board and then they can
a,
write it and we can keep them.
yeah, we could do that too. We can do
I have
that
a
too.
giant cork board. I'll bring it.
All right, that sounds good.
When you say cork board, what is that? What's a cork board?
It's a board made out of cork.
Is that where you put the pins on it?
Yep.
How do you write on a cork board?
No, we would give them little slips of paper and then we would tack them up
Okay. Oh,
as
that's a
they
good idea. Oh, that's a
either
cool
as they
idea.
come
Yeah,
in or as they
Yeah.
register.
yeah, that's cool.
Well,
I
so
like
we
that.
have we've got the big. I like that idea better. But we got a big tripod that you can use the big pieces of paper. But I like the corkboard idea. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. And we don't have
Okay.
to pay for one. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have to pay
Yeah.
for one. I got a big one.
just gotta get the tact. So, but hey, folks, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button, like the videos, and comment. on our podcast. If there's something that you'd like to see in our podcast, or if you have any questions that need to be answered, please let us know and we'll be sure to address it. I know we have something special tonight, Dwayne, that you brought up that you would. So we put out a flounder trip that's coming up. Flounder season is coming up by the coast soon, and we've had some really awesome charters that have responded. Also, with our Warrior database, when they started our Warrior Nation, when they started signing up. So we got something special planned for that near the end of the podcast. So for those who signed up, we told you in a post on Facebook and Instagram, you need to watch the video. We're not going to tell you when we're going to do it. That's the whole part of it. Get you to subscribe. Yeah, you like that, huh? That was Dwayne's idea. That was a pretty great idea. But he'll announce the names. We'll post them when I edit this, and I think that's a great idea, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Happy flounder season.
Yeah. Very
He's one of my
rare.
favorite Disney characters.
Oh, he's one of my favorite fish.
See?
All right, folks. So right now we have a special guest on our podcast. He is coming to us all the way from Wisconsin, the home of my Green Bay Packers. His name is Joe Palazzo. Now, Joe just isn't a guy that signed up through Take a Warrior Fishing to, put warriors on his boat. He's also himself a warrior. He was military police while he was in the Army. And I'll leave a lot for him to discuss about why he does what he does and his background. But Joe Palazzo is our guest for this evening on our podcast.
Fishing is not about catching fish. It's about the memories you make and the people you share them with. The worst day of fishing is better than the best day of work. Fishing is the only sport where even if you don't catch anything, you still win. Fishing is not a destination, it's a journey. Fishing is not about the fish, it's about the moments. Fishing teaches patience and perseverance, to qualities that can benefit every aspect of your life. Fishing is a reminder that the simple things in life can bring the greatest joy. Fishing is not a hobby, it's a way of life.
And we are going to bring him in right now and talk to Joe and see what's going on. Joe, how are you doing this evening, sir?
Good. Thanks for having me. How are you guys?
Good. So I got to ask a question. Are you a Green Bay Packers fan?
Absolutely not.
Thank God.
Oh my. Oh wow.
No,
This is coming from the Giants fan over here, or the Giants, right?
Yep.
No, I grew up in Chicago suburbs pretty much my whole life. So no, I'm a Illinois Chicago fan, except for where my daughter goes. So
You're a Bears fan.
I'm a Bears fan. Bears, Cubs, Blackhawks, Bulls.
Oh, all of them. Okay.
Are you like the Cowboys? You're in a rebuilding stage?
Yeah, since '85.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sound like my in-laws. They're in Chicago. They just named every favorite team they have as well.
Yep.
I can appreciate Chicago sports. Coming from New York, Central New York, Syracuse area, we like a lot of the same origin teams, Big Six teams. So the only time I deviate is college football as well. I am an Alabama girl through and through. Shockingly, my least favorite movie on planet Earth, Forrest Gump, is how I got to be an Alabama fan.
Nice.
I hate that damn movie, but man, if I don't love Alabama football.
And folks, for those watching and you're wondering, like Dwayne brought up, like why we are not wearing any take a warrior fishing apparel, it's because this is, we're shows our human side. And not only that, but college football kicks off here, and if you're not a college fan, that's cool. But if you are, you understand the hype. All right. So, and ECU is going down. I know Dwayne's daughter goes to ECU, but that's okay.
And we love her for that. We love her for that, but that's about it.
But you come into our doghouse, so we're gonna take care of y'all.
I hope that Dwayne's video is frozen for y'all as it is for me, because
it is frozen. And it's classic frozen. So like talking crap about ECU and it freezes right at that moment. So, Joe, let's talk about what made you sign up for Take a Warrior Fishing and a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so 2 years ago, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Here, I was actually there's a walleye tournament or something going on at the boat ramp, and so I was giving a guy a ride back to the launch, and I don't know how he knew about warrior fishing, but he had mentioned it to me, and he gave me Dwayne's number, and so I believe I texted or emailed Dwayne and said, "Hey, I'm all in. You know, anyone you have in southern Wisconsin or northern Illinois, send them my way," and kind of went from there.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
we love seeing your pictures, and you seem to have a trademark when it comes to your boat with the Warrior and you next to it going like this or
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
so
Yep.
that's really awesome. I can't tell you the responses we get. People are like, "Wow, Wisconsin." I'm like, so right now, as of I think last week, we are now officially in 17 states.
Wow.
Uh, we are
That's so
working
cool.
right now to add Louisiana just will be added soon. Hopefully for a kayak trip this month. But again, trying to create a database or interest in people who've never heard of you is rather hard, but it's achievable, very achievable, as we can see from Wisconsin. So,
Yeah.
what's your background, Joe?
Well, my background, let's see. Well, I was Army right out of high school. Um, Fort Hood motto here today, gone tomorrow, and they weren't lying. See my fair share of things. Got out and now got out in April of '06, and I've been at my current employer now for 19 years.
Wow.
So
So, so what do you do now that you got out of the army?
we're a distributor. We sell equipment to build fueling stations. So pretty
Okay.
much
Oh,
any kind of gas station, airports, stuff like that.
oh wow,
That's
that's
cool.
awesome. That is awesome. So, what have you taken away from Take a Warrior Fishing so far? Like your experiences with the Warriors, and you being a warrior yourself, what have you taken from it?
It's nice because literally, I think pretty for the most part, everybody has either served at different times than I did, or obviously different branches as well. And it's nice not only being able to, I mean, as you know, being military yourself, you hit it off immediately with other military guys. You just relate right away. You know, it's just a brotherhood, I guess, regardless if you know the person or not. And listening to different stories and different backgrounds and how they got in and what they did, and it's I love it.
That's
It's
awesome.
a way I feel that I can give back, and you know I I'll do take anyone I can.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, I can relate to you when I first started off as a warrior and Take a Warrior Fishing. I was like just blown away with how easy it was to sign up and paired up with somebody that's going to take you out and just share that experience with somebody and then be able to share it with others. I mean, it's hard to do it until you try it. That's what we tell our warriors. That's why part of our
Yeah.
core values
Yep.
is empowerment. We have to empower one another through, hey, I did this. It's not hard. There's like we always think there's like a this for that, like or you have to pay. You just have to
Right.
get yourself to where you got to go.
Yep.
Everything's taken care of.
Yeah,
I think
that's I
hearing about,
have. Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I think hearing about the stories is my favorite part because I know that all the branches have different um, feelings about themselves and the other branches. And so it's always exciting when, two Army guys and gals get to go out or two Marines or what have you. And their stories and their experiences can still just be so different and sometimes really the same. And, I also love to hear when the Army guy has to take the Marine out or another coastie
Like,
has to take someone from the Navy out or something like that. And it's always, those stories are always just so much fun too. And, the camaraderie, but also the teasing and the jokes fly. But, the brotherhood does still remain. I think those are some of my favorite parts too.
it
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
interesting.
We definitely one of the Navy guys I took out. I told him I was we were out for, I don't know, 10 hours. I think we ended up
Oh,
staying
wow.
out there. And I told him I'm now certified to retire Navy because I've been in the boat as long as he has, and he got a kick out of that.
Oh, that's funny.
You got to talk smack now and then.
Yeah.
The banter. If you ever like our events, we have we'll talk about it, but we have an event coming up, Warrior Kayak Blast. And then we have another event in November, which is our I guess flagship event. And that's our Warrior tournament there we do for multi-species on Sharon Harris. And when you get them all together, you know who they are. You know who's Air Force. You know who's Army. You know who's Coast Guard.
You
know
can
who's
always tell.
Marines. You definitely know who the Navy guys are. It's just amazing, but everybody gets along. It's just a great environment to be in. The banter is what I love. We actually had a captain. Now you bring it up. We had a captain that took our Warriors out, and he got upset that there was banter. Like he was like, "Holy crap, these guys are going to beat the crap out of each other." So we had to assure him, like, "No, they're just talking crap to one another. There's no ill will toward anything. It's just the way they're." And then he figured it out and was cool with it. That's awesome. So what else you got planned for Pick a Warrior fishing there, Joe, up in Wisconsin? Because I know your weather's changing. When does it start changing up there?
I mean, it changed overnight. It was it's funny. I was in Oklahoma for work last week, and it was like upper 90s, and it was still mid upper 80s here, and we get like 80% humidity that's just the Midwest. Yeah. When I got back, it's been in the mid 70s ever since, and we already had a low of like 47 at one point.
Pay for that.
So and I know I've told Dwayne before, I'm like, until there's ice on the water, keep sending them.
I was actually going to ask you, are you do you go ice fishing?
I do not. I usually use that time to get the boat cleaned up and serviced and stuff like that, and get all of my whole honeydew list done over the winter. Yeah. But I don't know, something about sitting around a hole, and it's not the same to me.
Yeah, I will tell you so I'm originally from Vermont. Okay, you would never know. I do not have the accent. Every now and then I'll say coffee, or my wife will rally some coffee, some beer, beer. But my dad and his friend were on Lake Champlain, and
oh wow,
they were ice fishing. They were going out to their spot. Well, they didn't know that where they were driving was an underground spring. Because it was a little bit warmer, it actually melted that area of ice. When they drove through, their vehicle actually went through the ice, and they escaped through it was an old Ford Bronco. So the back hatch, they kicked it open, and they got out, and the Bronco sank to the bottom of freaking Lake Champlain.
Wow.
It was So, and they have a picture of it. And I'm like, you had time to take a photo in the crisis moment? He was like, no. He goes, that was someone that just happened to have a camera that took that photo. I don't do ice.
Yeah, no. At all. It's just something about it. I mean, I used to when I was younger, but not anymore. I steer clear.
That's right. But the winters get pretty brutal up there, right? In Wisconsin?
They can. I mean, we've had pretty mild winters the last few years. Now I'm pretty far south in the state, but up north, yeah, for sure. I mean, we do. I'm only 20 minutes from Illinois, where I'm at.
Oh wow.
But up north towards Hayward and I could drive 7 hours north and still be in Wisconsin. It's a lot bigger of a state than people think.
It is a big yes.
But they get pretty bad up there for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're overdue.
Oh, I hear that. Yeah, we are too. It's actually snowed where I was for the first time in years, but it didn't stay. But where I live in central North Carolina, if there's that much of snow or ice, they just shut the whole freaking state down. And I get it, because they don't have what they have up in our mountains. They have the equipment to sand the roads or plow the roads. We don't have that where we live. We just wait for the sun to come out and do its job.
Yep.
That's absolutely right.
So, well, let me ask you a question there, Joe. For
Hmm?
someone who's not like a warrior, who's never done this or is kind of apprehensive about signing up, or even a boater who wants to do this but doesn't know how to do this, what advice would you give them?
Um, don't overthink it. I guess would be my main thing. The easiest thing that I found after last year taking the first two warriors that I took is I kind of like made a note on my phone that I blast out and text or email them with a list of questions, as far as do they have any physical limitations, what kind of food do they like, do they have any allergies, and because I bring all this stuff in the boat for lunches or breakfast or whatever for them, and then I ask them, what do you want to fish for, and they really, every single warrior I've taken has really not cared about catching fish. It's just about
They never do.
getting time on the water and, just getting away from the everyday stressors of life. And that's really the main
Yep.
focus. I was always, my very first time, I was like, oh man, if we don't catch anything, this is gonna suck. and
Right.
and I felt bad because I'm pretty cocky when it comes to fishing. Like I know I'll catch stuff, but I feel bad if they don't. So I kind of like pulled myself back, like that. I was really worried about that at first, but then come to find out, like they don't care about that. Like they're out there, to have that fellowship and relate and just looking for time away.
Yeah, the biggest thing we tell warriors, and Kayleigh made this point, I think it was last podcast, if I remember correctly, where if you ask a warrior, like anything would take a warrior fishing, it's not how many fish that they've caught, it's the experience that they talk about. And that's what we're trying to, that's our focus. So yeah, you're absolutely right, man. I don't lie. When you get on my boat, and like
Yeah.
my wife or my kids, they've been fishing their whole lives. It gets competitive. We like board games in my house turn into like duels.
Yep. Yep.
So, but
I'll
you're right
say
though.
the Warriors are the ones that, couldn't care less if they catch a fish. But if you get on a boat of any of the Take a Warrior fishing directors, it's a different experience. They're going to be catching fish. And if you're not catching fish, you're going to hear about it. I'm going to tell you
That's right.
that.
Yeah, I say I suck at fishing, but that's just my mantra to let me know that I really got to focus on what I'm doing. But I'm more of a fly fisherman. I don't know if you guys got fly fishing up there in Wisconsin,
Yep.
right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I love fly fishing, freshwater, and I was telling Pete when we went to a banquet over the weekend for the Fallen Outdoors. I said, it's guys like you that I get mad because it's like fly fishing. If you don't know what to use or how to use it or how to rig stuff up, going on the water, fishing for bass. I mean, there's like thousands of plastics and all. I mean, that's why they make so much money. And it's like picking the right time of water, the depth of the water. I'm still
Yep.
learning that for bass fishing,
Wild.
but it's crazy. But you know what? I have a lifetime to do it, and you can learn from warriors. Warriors will be like, "Oh, you didn't know this?" Like, no, I'm always up to learning.
Oh,
But
absolutely. I mentioned to Dwayne coming down. So my wife has family out just in Wake Forest, and
oh wow,
so we're gonna drive down. I
Yeah.
think it's in March when you guys do the bass tournament. So I'll be there in person for that one.
oh sweet, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Be great to see you in person.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the plan. And this weekend we're going up to my parents have a cabin about 4 hours north of here, and I got it scheduled with the next warrior, Mr. Campbell, taking him up there this Saturday. So he wants to go muskie fishing. So that'll be a
Oh,
tough one there.
and they fight too. Those are some fight
Wants
fish
to
right
do
there.
what? He wants to, what kind of fish?
Muskie.
Muskie.
No,
So
you're
the
not
fish
making
of
fish up.
10,000 casts, they call it.
Yeah, and they have razor sharp teeth. You can't
Yes.
just put your thumb in their mouths. You got to actually grab
Oh
them on
no.
the side.
Nope,
They'll
you got to
they'll
get
actually, yeah,
And why do
yeah.
we
They're
do
like,
that? Why do we care about these mean fish?
Well, they're one of the most sought after trophy freshwater fish up north.
yeah. What's the biggest muskie you caught? The length?
Oh,
Would you,
now you're gonna make me look bad. So my
the one
my
that?
biggest, well, I've caught three. My biggest is 36 inches. The
Oh
biggest
wow!
I've seen someone else catch with me was 50.
Holy
Holy crap!
cannoli.
Wow! I bet they took forever to fight that fish.
It was my younger brother, and I was about to punch him in the face because I was so
Oh,
bad. It
see
was
what I'm
grabbing at
saying?
me.
That's what I'm saying. It's that competitive nature that you naturally have between family
Yep.
members.
You have to throw them
Wow.
back. It's the musky rules.
Yeah, it's catch and release. And
Okay.
pretty much every muskie fisherman I know or know of with some like the forums and stuff I follow, it's all catch and release. A lot of guys don't fish for them. Midsummer, you only fish for them either at night or like first thing in the morning or super late because that warm water temperature. I mean, they exert so much energy fighting that it'll kill them. You try
Oh
catching them when
wow.
it's like 90 degrees outside and stuff. So
Wow.
Dear God.
yeah, usually spring and fall is the big times to go for them.
It's cool.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
excited to hear about that now. Like,
absolutely.
good luck. I don't know.
That's
I want to see
that's
one now.
awesome. Well, Joe, we're gonna let you go here, bud. But any words of wisdom that you want to tell Warrior Nation about or share with Warrior Nation?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not good with words of wisdom on the spot.
The world according to Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just
You can just
don't
say roll
don't.
tide. That works.
Oh yeah,
Don't say roll
no, no,
tide.
no. I can't. I can't say that.
I like your loyalty.
Just don't dwell over the small things. I guess you know.
Yeah.
There you go. I like that. All right, Joe. Well, we appreciate you having you on. Dwayne apologizes. He's having internet issues at his house. So it's going to be the Kayleigh and Ken show. But
The
that's
best
okay.
kind.
We are going to make it happen. But Joe, we appreciate you. We appreciate everything you do for Take a Warrior Fishing and our warriors. And you yourself being a warrior even adds more of a perk to it. So you have yourself a good night, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks again
Thank
for
you,
having
Joe.
me, and it was great talking with you guys.
All
Thanks
right.
for
Have a
your
good night.
service.
All right. Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if you got the text, but
That was
Dwayne
cool.
texted me, was like, yeah,
Yeah.
my internet's bad. That's cool. Muskies are they're a really powerful fish, and you have to have the right setup on your fishing rod in order to catch those muskies.
That sounds like
They
a nightmare.
they fight all the way up to the boat, so you got to have someone ready to snatch it up and do not touch its mouth. It'll be, flopping back and forth, and it's got razor sharp
That's
top and bottom.
wild to me.
Yeah, but they are. He's right. It's definitely like a sportsman's like top 10 bucket list for fish, to
Yeah.
catch as a muskie. People big bucks to go on these like, guided charters or guided organizations to put them on the fish. All right. So let's see. So really, what do we have coming up and what do we have going on for the future?
I am so excited. I know now my internet's being crappy,
It
but
is. I
I
see
hope you
that,
can
but
still hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay, great. Dwayne's passing off his internet drama. I've had enough of that. I am excited for the fall, not because of the weather, but because it feels like once Labor Day hits, Take a Warrior Fishing just shoots off into chaos once again. So we've got a lot coming up in September. We're all over the place. I know most of us are located in central and eastern North Carolina, but we've got stuff all over the state of North Carolina coming up in September. I know the one we're really excited about is the Poker Run, which is coming up on September 13th. If you're not familiar with our Poker Run, this is our second annual, so don't feel too bad. You haven't missed out on too much, but it's our second annual Poker Run. And it kicks off in the Garner-Fuquay-Varina area. And there are 5 stops, and you'll get a card from each. And then at the very last stop, you'll be meeting us at our summer bash. And the person with the best hand from the 5 stops wins, which I'm really excited about. I love a good poker run. We do them up north, mostly on snowmobiles and side-by-sides, but it'll be cool to see all the bikes coming into the Legion, the Fuquay-Varina Legion on September 13th. And if you don't want to join the poker run or you don't have a bike or you just want to come for the party, you're also welcome to come for the party. We'll have the ever famous Rick's Barbecue, Rick and Don from our last episode. We'll be cooking up
Right.
some hogs, but I think also some pork chop sandwiches, I
I
think
believe
are
so. I
happening.
believe that was on the menu. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff happening with the hog boys, as I like to call them. I'm really excited about that. I know some people just come to our events to see Rick and Don and to get some barbecue, so I'm excited for that as well. And then right after that, just a week, 2 weeks later, 2 weeks
Two
later, we
weeks.
have our kayak blast, which this will be my first kayak blast. I did not go to the one that we had last year. I'm really excited about it. I know you and Dwayne have mentioned this, and I finally got to put my eyes on the quote unquote pond that is happening that we're doing this kayak blast on. It's huge.
14 acres is what I'm told.
It's huge. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see all those kayaks out there to see what kind of fish come in because where I'm from, that is not what we mean when we say pond.
That's a North Carolina pond.
Yeah, for real.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's going to be great. I mean, right now we have 40 slots that are available for the kayak blast. I know Dwayne's been
Mhm.
pushing out information to those, confirming and then signing their waivers. Out of
Yep.
those 45, like I had mentioned in the last podcast, are going to our bragging nights at the Fort Bragg's Boss program. So five of those single soldiers will come out and also enjoy time on the water and break bread with other warriors and just have a good time. I mean, that's what it's all about is having a good. I don't care if you catch anything on the end of that line, whether it's just going out there and having a good time.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I'm really excited to see all the kayaks out there.
Yeah, and then we got some stuff going on in October as well, if I
We
remember right.
do.
I
We're
think
so busy in October.
three events at the same time.
Yep.
That's crazy. I know we're in Bellhaven for the
Yeah,
Trout
I'm going to be at the
Festival.
Bellhaven event. Yep, I'm really
Yeah.
excited about that. The Combat Veterans Motorcycle Club is having their, I think, like their annual party, their big bash. So we'll definitely be there, which I'm very
That's
excited.
I believe that's at Emerald Isle, if I remember right.
Yes. Yep, it's in
And then
Emerald Island. I
out.
think it's also Friday and Saturday. I don't think it's just a
Oh
one day
wow,
thing. It's a whole weekend thing. Yeah.
wow. And then I'll be at the Clinton. I believe there's like some function that's going on at the Clinton, but our Rick's Barbecue will be there, and I'll be there representing Take a Warrior Fishing. So between you, myself, Dwayne, and all of our volunteers who want to help us, please, we need your help. And then
Yeah.
Robert will be there. Robert Waitley, one of our Warrior ambassadors, will be there helping out uh, Rick and Don for that Saturday. Or that actually, they're going to start cooking it Friday night, and then
Yeah.
Saturday, and then yeah, Saturday. It's gonna be great. I think they stopped serving food by three is the cutoff, is what Don was saying. But they sell out every year, like
Yep.
by noon. They're sold out.
Yep.
So that's pretty impressive. So and then November 1st, we got our
You know it.
Flagstaff event, and that's going to be our last event of the year for November. And just to let you know, I think August was our slowest month of the year. And during our non-event months, it happens. We expect it, we anticipate it. We've had some really, really weird weather throughout the United States, whether it's
Yeah.
been really hot
Yeah.
or just rain, or Hurricane Aaron was coming and decided that, oh, nope, I'm not going to touch North Carolina this
Nope.
time.
Just
They're already
kidding.
dealing with recovery. But yeah, so we've only had, I think, six total trips for the month of August. So, but hey, that was six warriors that were able to get on the water and enjoy some time away from everything. The new Tight Lines newsletter will be coming out tomorrow. Or
Woo.
actually, I think we're going to keep that on the first.
Okay.
And that's going to be September. We got again, if you have any photos that are like background photos, I had one woman who's one of our warriors send me a photo, and that's going to be the cover letter photo. And it was a really good
Ooh.
photo. Really good photo. So we put that on the cover. I know last month's was from Rich Hastings, and that was a really good photo as well.
That
So
was
we
an
want
awesome photo.
and we want to make our newsletter more geared toward you, the warrior. We don't want it to be just like us dumping information at you. We want it to be more personalized. So if you got photos or you want to see something that included in our newsletter, please reach out to us and let us know, and we would definitely make that happen.
Yeah.
Okay, and just to let you know, Takeaway Fishing can be found on several social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, if you're watching this on YouTube.
Woo.
Again, detailed descriptions of everything we discussed is included down below in the video description to include links. So if this is your first time watching Takeaway Fishing, or you're wondering what the heck is Takeaway Fishing, click on the link. It'll take you to our web page, and it'll break everything down to you. And we'd love to have you join us. Even if you cannot make an event, just signing up, you can receive information, and then when you feel like you're ready to partake, all you got to do is reach out. We'll make it happen. All right. So we have something that Dwayne was going to do, but we all know what's going on with his internet. So we
Seems to
have
be mine
flounder
too.
trip.
I don't know what's going on with the internet today.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird. But we have a flounder trip coming up, Kayleigh. A flounder is a big deal in eastern North, or just along the coast of North Carolina. It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Charter captains normally are booked, but we had seven charter captains reach out to us and be like, "Hey, I will put warriors out on the water. They're going to take 3 warriors per boat, and we have dates for that. Some are undecided yet as to when in September they're going to do it, just because of they are a charter service and that's their way of
Sure.
life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we will just wait on but they're going to do it. They're already committed. So if you are watching this, drum roll, please. And I will also post the names up on the board or on the screen while I'm reading this, so you know. And if I jack your name up, I apologize, but I went to a public education. So um, even with college, it doesn't matter. I can still jack your name up. If I don't know you, I do apologize in advance because there's a few names on here I will jack up. So first one is Kyle Young. You have been selected.
Woo.
Joanne Tushkaho. I, if that's a name I jack up, I
If you just
apologize.
say it with confidence and just say it, own it and say it, it'll be
I
so
will
much
own it
better.
and say it, and then you can write in the comments and tell me I'm messed up. So Joanne
Yeah.
Tushko, Richard Rancifer, Patrick Ernest, Mike Rubel, Thomas Warner, Cassandra Owens, Ryan Harrison,
Oh,
Andy Jensen, uh, Gerald Diaz, Thomas Lewin, CT Klink, Eddie Parker, Laura Ariel, Paul Wilson, Joe Morey, Virgil Allen, Josh
woo.
Benton, Gary Bowles, Philip Davis, Ryan Johnson, and lastly, Dustin Mitchell. So again, if your name was
Woo.
called, you have been selected randomly, by the way, because I think we had over 50 responses, which was insane. This tells you the level of people know about flounder trips. It blew up on our Facebook.
It
We
really
also
did.
had
I
a
was unaware of the flounder thing.
it's right. And Dwayne actually again, Dwayne infinite wisdom was amazing. He thought of doing this. He does it for his charters, but he said, yeah, the Warriors also had to um meet specific instructions. They had to like it, tag 3 people or 3 warriors
Yep.
in the comments, and then share the post. So all the people that I named did that. So congratulations. We'll be pushing out an email very, very soon. That's why we're releasing this tomorrow so that we can kind of get ahead of the game and then reach out. I'll reach out to the charter captains and just find out all the information. So once you get that, it'll be a full email with everybody, and then it'll start being groups of 3 for that. And again, if you cannot
Yeah.
make this event, okay, and if you cannot commit to this because of work or the dates don't line up, that's fine. Please let us know. Okay. And that way there we can add another
Yeah, we get
warrior.
it. We know this is flexible to given the season and the weather. So just be upfront and we will do our best for sure.
That's right. And but yeah, we congratulations again. That was awesome. We appreciate you signing up, and I know everyone's anticipating.
That
We
was
just had,
cool.
I think, 15 people subscribe to our YouTube channel within the last 24 hours because Dwayne's like, hey, let's say the names on our podcast. I'm
Yep.
like, it's awesome. So,
Yeah. We got you. Now
yeah,
you're stuck with us.
that's right. Absolutely. You are stuck with us. All right. So we are going to do our sponsor shout out. And this podcast, our sponsor shout out is the one and only Southern Harvest. So people don't know if you come to
Ooh,
our
yes.
November, yeah, I remember the brisket. Southern Harvest has now been with Take a Warrior Fishing for our November event for the last few years, and they've graciously said, "Hey, we're coming back." So if you come up and you sign up for our November event at Sharon Harris in North Carolina, you're going to get that free food, like as we promised, a free T-shirt, a free raffle ticket, and an awesome experience. That's it. All you have to do
Honey,
is
and you get
get
to hang
to,
out with that.
and you get to hang out with all of us.
Wow.
So they've been part of the Triangle, Raleigh, Durham, Wake Forest area, or not Wake Forest, but Cary for since 1992. And Tom Meyer is a co-founder. Tom founded Nina's Restaurant in Durham for those who are in that area and they know
No way.
it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and also this is really cool. He's recognized as one of Esquire magazine's best new restaurants that year in 1992. So that just tells
Oh,
you the level of you know, detail that they put into their ingredients and their food for everybody. Uh, Also, the best new restaurants that year. And then over the years, Southern Harvest has developed various restaurant concepts and collaborated with leading museums and universities in the region to deliver outstanding guest-oriented dining experiences. And again, it's an honor that Southern Harvest sponsors Take a Warrior Fish and Sharon Harris event. And, for the last few years and their support for this noteworthy cause is very appreciated. And we know that while fishing is known for its therapeutic benefits, quality cuisine also enhances that experience, Kayleigh.
okay. I was going to say that. Wasn't even sure if you were going to touch on it, but my very first experience with Southern Harvest, I mean, we're volunteering at the November event. It's chaos. We're assembly lines making goodie bags. There's bait and tackle everywhere. There's people it's chaos. It's organized, controlled chaos. But
That's right.
everybody's out on the water. We all take a deep breath, and here comes the Southern Harvest van. And we're like, all right, great. Let's clear off the tables. We're helping him unload the van. We're like setting out stuff. And he just very politely was like, I got it. You don't have to touch a thing. And we were
That's
like, no,
right.
no, no. We're here to. He would not let us touch a thing. He put out the food. It was like a wedding reception style food, which was so cool because we're outside, it's hot, we're doing fish and stuff. And then you come back off the boat, and it really was this elevated experience of the most delicious food on earth. The assembly line worked well. I mean, the quality of the food, they were clean, they were super professional. I've never seen somebody set up a buffet like that in that type of setting so efficiently and so professionally. And it was just so delicious. I am obsessed with them. They do such a great job.
And the smell, you can just think about, you want to help
Oh,
them. They pull up, they open up the back door, and then that smell hits you.
yep.
If I was a warrior coming off the
Yeah.
water, which
It
at
was
that
tough.
time I was, and I
Yeah.
walked up with my little my plastic, or I think it was a paper plate, and there I'm like, brisket. And it was good brisket. And they had beans and they had
Yeah.
greens. Oh,
Yeah.
it was really good. I'm
It's
not
crazy.
knocking.
Saying that it was an elevated experience is great.
Yeah, so I think they truly live up to their
So,
hype. And for our warriors to experience that, as a gesture of, their service to our nation, that's just it's all inspiring, honestly.
yep. They're
I'm just
awesome. I love
waiting.
them so much.
I'm waiting, Kayleigh. We're right there
Why
at
you
the
think I'm
tip of
just gonna
the
throw
end
a
of
joke
the
in there at the
I'm just
most
I mean,
random time?
I'm just waiting. It's just like, we're there at
Well,
the
I
end
was
of our
waiting for
podcast.
you to bring up football again.
Well,
I know. I was waiting for you to
like I
bring up
said,
football again.
well, here, I'll lead into it then. How's that? Does that work?
Probably not. Well, it'll work for me. It's not going to work for your team. And I
Oh,
mean,
oh.
No hate to NC State. I mean, they have an okay program. I don't
You know,
not
it's
like state.
I go for the vibe. I love college. I love the
Yeah,
vibe. I love the people. I love the atmosphere that that it's just, surrounds you. I love the tailgating because we actually have a college where you can actually tailgate, unlike
that
UNC and Duke.
that
There's
part.
like no tailgating. Yeah. So anyways, yeah. So I'll be there tomorrow. If you're there at the NC State game, let me know. I'll come by. We'll say what's up. I'll buy you a beer. I'm not saying I'm
Yeah,
drinking
that'd be
one or two,
great. That'd be great to see
but
some take a warrior fishing people at the yeah, I love the NC State vibe. Listen, I come from a tailgating city, place, town, central New York. We tailgate Cuse. Obviously, everybody knows about how the Buffalo Bills tailgate. And even down in MetLife, the tailgating at the Giants games is impressive for being, New York City vibes. But I will say, today's joke is only going to land for some people because if you don't have a good quarterback or, wide receiver, you're not really going to understand. But do you know the best way to catch a fish?
I I don't know what to say
Or for
because
some teams, I'll say the easiest way to catch a fish.
what's that, Kayleigh?
You got to have someone throw it to you.
It's true. That's
Just saying.
that's probably going to be NC State's season too.
And I will add a clause to that. If anybody throws a fish at me in November, I will have a meltdown. I will scream. I will slap a fish out of the air and I will not catch it. This is not encouraging anyone to throw fish at me, thinking I'll catch them.
There's a
I
disclaimer
won't
to
do it.
this. Kayleigh will not slap a fish.
If you throw it at me, I will slap the fish out of the air. But if you just
Wow.
bring a fish to me and ask me to slap it, I won't. I'm not touching that fish.
Challenge accepted.
Nope, it's not a challenge.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
All right. Well, this has been a great podcast. Thank you, Kayleigh, for coming on as always and making this podcast what it is.
yeah. Thanks for putting it together. You are the ultimate podcast host and putter together of, and to be fair, you are the one person that I know that knows how to use and manage Zoom correctly. So, or at least as correctly as possible. And for that, we love you for falling on that sword and taking the duties of Zoom from all of us.
If I get the email correctly, put in. So
Baby
yeah, it's like
steps. No,
baby
thank you
steps.
for doing this every week or every month. It's our favorite part. And I like hanging out with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I love just sharing information because, the Warriors, we talk about it, they receive information differently and some are visual, some can read, and I enjoy doing this and I enjoy being with awesome people like Kayleigh and Dwayne and Ed when he's on and even our guests when they come on, whoever they may be. It's just awesome to get their experiences and more importantly, their insight on why they do what they do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
that's
love
really
the different
awesome.
guests every week. I'm always excited to see who you and Ed and Dwayne are going to come up with. So,
Yeah, we got someone cool next month. His name's Matt, and that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
okay. I'm
That's it.
excited. Well, I think I'm seeing you soon. I don't know. We've got so many things on the board. I'm sure I'll see
We
you here
do.
in the next couple weeks at some sort of event. But it
That's
was
right.
good to see you virtually.
That's
I'll
right.
talk to you.
And for those who are about to fish, we salute you.
We salute you. Roll Tide.
Go State. Got to throw that in there.
Oh.